As day 15 progresses, just one more beautiful, beautiful view. Just beautiful. Wow. Clouds developing. Weatherman said possible thunderstorms this afternoon. We'll see. But right now, it's a beautiful breeze, hot, somewhere around 30 degrees Celsius. Man. Hey guys, well, the end of another day, day 15. So yeah, day 15 comes to an end with 29.3 kilometers today. So far on our Bruce Trail northbound through hike, we have 411 kilometers on trail. Right behind me, little spot I picked for the night. Now this is a side trail. I don't think it's very busy. It's well groomed, but I don't think it's very busy at this time of night. The Bruce Trail is just at the other side by those trees. Just over there. Right in there is the Bruce Trail. We have a picnic table. That's always a bonus. Switched out to my Mountain Gear Warehouse 2-man dome tent. So that's a bigger tent. And it weighs about 0.7 of a pound more, but there's a lot of space in there. And I do like the tent. I'm just a little dubious about how long it's going to last me, seeing it's the same company that made it with the same materials as the one that just failed. So that's a concern to me, but you know what? Not much I can do about it now. And at home, back in my gear, I do have my Kelty Salida 2-man tent. So I've got it as a backup if I need it. Good morning, everyone. Well, Jasper here, day 16. It's a special day today. Well, it is for me anyhow. I'll tell you more about that in a little minute. You can probably see from the sign behind me, Saga Bluffs Conservation Area is where I camped last night. Right there. You won't find that in any Ontario provincial park travel guide for overnight camping. I just kind of make my own campsites as I go. First breakfast, strawberry granola crunch. Wise Company. Again, we've talked about these products before, and this one's, you know, not bad. but it's expensive. These are like $12 a pouch. When I resupplied the day before yesterday, I picked one of these out of my box. I don't use many of them because of the price, but this one's a nice treat to have this morning. It's a cold granola crunch cereal with strawberry. Today promises to be a challenge. It's about a 32-kilometer hike to where I was planning on spending the night tonight, which is in a rest area, a Bruce Trail rest area near the second line in, I guess, Simcoe County. Yeah, and then that would leave me around a 13 to 15-kilometer hike if I go to my original meet point the following day for pickup, or to go home for my 0. So, lots of variables in there, but so far we're doing just fine. Again, day 16, we're 411 kilometers now total. Once we get to the end of the Blue Mountain section, we will be halfway to Tobermory. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Also, if you haven't, check out my photography channel, Gary Clayton Photography on YouTube, and tell me what you think about that. I'd love to know. Hey, you guys have a great morning. I'm going to finish my breakfast, finish my coffee, clean up my mess, and we'll be out of here with no trace that we were ever here, except a little square of squashed grass behind me. Talk to you in a bit. Hamilton Brothers Side Trail. The Hamilton Brothers, I know that company well. Outstanding, forthright, honest, reliable company. Established 1874. They have their side trail. Over here, we have the Betty Carter Side Trail. Wow. And here, the Bruce Trail continues. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Jasper. Happy birthday to me. Okay, this is a tough one, but I'm going to throw it out there anyhow. Who can guess what day it is today? Yes, it is August the 25th, and whoever said it's Jasper's birthday, well, you're a daisy, because it is indeed Jasper's birthday. Jasper's birthday on the trail. Is there anywhere else I'd like to celebrate my birthday? Well, I've mentioned before that I have two beautiful daughters. They both live in Mexico, running their tourist business, building their homes, and they do very well. Amanda and Karina. Anyhow, so a day with my girls would be nice. But then again, a day with my girls is always nice. Okay. Happy birthday to me. Now, okay, question. We're going to try to guess in the comments below. If you watch my videos, you'll probably know. How old am I today? Question of the day. How old am I today? Put your answer down in the comments below. And the first one to get it right, well, yep, you'll be a daisy too. Okay. Whew. Well, you may very well recall this particular terminus. Now, this one says western terminus of the Ganaraska hiking trail, Devil's Glen to Port Hope. Wow. Well, just about 5, maybe 6 weeks ago, me, myself, and my hiking companion Andre were stood right here getting our picture taken at this terminus, the western terminus of the Ganaraska Trail, having completed our through hike of the Ganaraska Trail, which we completed on July the 13th. We are now entering Devil's Glen Country Club. It's a private club, but access to the Bruce Trail hikers is granted. So yeah, that's a little bit nostalgic, even though it was only 5 weeks ago, but I did celebrate right there at that terminus, having completed my through hike. Okay, let's keep going. Sometimes the Bruce takes you right through along the side of, or across a corner of, people's properties, homes, cottages, country mansions, and everything in between. But I don't know if you can hear in the background the sound of trucks. To my right is a very busy highway, and allowing us access through this property is much safer. So thank you to the landowners for that. It's much safer than walking along the side of that very busy road. And this is just a beautiful property. Wow, how nice is this? Okay, beautiful trail right here. We just finished big climb out of the Devil's Glen Valley up to the top. So glad we got that climb out of the way. Well, whew, after a lunch break, and I had bacon jerky with a whole wheat bagel and a pack of, well, it's a granola bar type thing, but what it is, it's like a whole wheat fig type thing with blueberry and fig mixture. Kind of like the old traditional fig Newton type things, but anyhow. So that was my lunch along with a coffee. Back on trail. Where we're at right now, by the way, is at the Frank's lime kiln. Something to tell you, big announcement, big announcement. Big announcement. First of all, you'll know if you've been watching my series of videos on this hike, I have had disastrous problems with my Mountain Gear Warehouse 2-man tent. But that kind of tent is that kind of price point that I can kind of live with. So I'm using another tent, the Mountain Gear Warehouse 2-man dome tent, which I have. But again, same kind of price point, same kind of company, and so on. Well, my daughter, I have 2 daughters, as you know. I'm sure you know by now, Amanda and Karina. You must know, because I talk about them. But they contacted me this morning, and they said, oh, by the way, Dad, it being your birthday and all, and we know you need one, because yours is crumbling, we bought you a tent. And I said, oh, how wonderful. I'm always angry, not angry, but I don't want my kids spending their money on me. But anyhow, you know what they got me? They bought me the Big Agnes, which one? Big Agnes Copper Spur UL2 in olive green. Absolutely perfect tent for me. This is like a 2-pound tent. It's amazing. It was way, I've seen it, I looked at it, I'd love to have it, way out of my price point. Well, they just bought me one. Wow. Hey, you know what? Am I a lucky guy, or am I a lucky guy? Anyhow, I wanted to tell you all about that, because I just finished talking to my girls. It being my birthday and all. Anyhow, okay, let's get going. Let's take a look at this trail, by the way. Pretty through here. We're now into areas that I am much more familiar with. These areas that we're in right now, this is really the southern end of where I kind of do my training, or trail hiking and so on, from this being in my kind of local area. So for the next 100 kilometers, well, 75 kilometers, whatever, it's all very kind of familiar to me, because I train from here basically up the trail another 75 to 100 kilometers. So yeah, the next little while is going to be familiar territory for me. So that's always good. I know where the water is, so I don't have to carry so much water all the time. Like right now, I'm carrying about a liter. I know exactly where the next water source is. I know where my water source is for my camp, and so on and so on and so on. I know the camps that are available to me, which one I'm going to pick. Only time will tell as the day progresses. But anyhow, what a gorgeous piece of trail right here. Beautiful. Just take a look at this view, folks. Isn't that something? Down below, the community of Collingwood, Nottawasaga Bay, part of Georgian Bay, part of Lake Huron. Way, way, way in the distance, Wasaga Beach, which is actually the community that I live in. Now, if you're a follower and a regular subscriber and viewer to my channel, you'll be familiar with this location. We've been here many times. Hey guys, well, it's getting really dark now inside the trees. Night's falling in, or dusk. Starting to rain. I didn't know it was going to rain. Had a little campfire. Just a little campfire down here with my dinner tonight. My dinner consisted of ramen noodles, instant potatoes, and a can of like ham that you'd make the salad with, and a whole wheat bagel, and a cup of coffee, and some water, and that's good. Day 16, 32.75 kilometers today. So that's a good day, a really good day. And tomorrow's a short day, and then we take a zero. Awesome. You know what? Jasper here. Thank you for following my hike. Thank you for watching my channel. Please like, share, comment. Do subscribe if you haven't already. My camp set up for the night with my mountain gear, two-man dome tent. It's an inexpensive tent. This was a $90 tent. But all of a sudden, I noticed the prices just jumped up to like $176 for the tent. But anyhow, I don't have to worry about that anymore. My wonderful daughters, Karina and Manny, well, they bought me a really good tent today. My big Agnes Copper Spear, UL2. Delighted. Hey, you guys have a great night. We'll talk to you in the morning. Good night. Leaving the second line overnight rest area, heading north on the trail. So by the end of today, which by the way will be a shorter day, I will have finished the Blue Mountain section number 6. And then we'll be entering into the Beaver Valley section. Beaver Valley section is a longer section, I believe. Hilly, some pretty good climbs through the section. It's a working section, no doubt about it. But you know what? The whole trail's a working trail, no doubt about that. So that's just fine. We are making great progress. Also, as I think I've already mentioned, but I'll mention it again just in case, by the end of this hiking day, we will have reached the halfway point to Tobermory. Good morning, guys. Gary here, trail name Jasper. Hey, welcome to day 17 of our northbound through hike of the Bruce Trail. And okay, so today's a shorter day. I have about 15 kilometers to go to reach the end of this section, and at that point, the Swiss Meadows Maple Lane, I will be picked up and I will go home. Now this is my home section. So I don't live very far from here at all, maybe 20 kilometers at the most, to my house. So I'm going home. I am taking a zero tomorrow. I have to do a little bit of work on some gear. I have to replace my sleeping pad, which unfortunately it's a Woods Instalite, and you know what, comfortable, yes, thin, yes, relatively lightweight, somewhere around, I don't know, maybe 16, 17 ounces, okay, but I just can't keep any air in it. So unfortunately, for the first, well, when I bought that was in the spring, and I did use it on the Ganaraska hike, but on this hike, It's been leaking almost since day one and progressively getting worse. Last night, for instance, I couldn't keep air in it at all. So that's got to be replaced. Having said that, we all know about my new tent now, which I haven't got, by the way. It's going to take time to get here, and that's fine too, because I'm actually hoping to save that for hopefully my Colorado hike, but we'll see. Yeah, so day 17. Right now we're at 444 point, I think 75 or 25 kilometers into the hike. And as I say, it's a 0 day tomorrow. It's a working 0, getting gear sorted out and checking my supplies for further up the trail, my supply box, and so on. So yeah, let's take a look at the trail this morning. Wow. It's quite a rugged section of trail through here today. Oh, the cobwebs bad this morning. I really need a southbound hiker or a northbound hiker that's faster than me. Yeah. Anyhow, let's kind of have one of our little moments on gear chats. Something we have talked about, and something that I've actually talked about a lot, is footwear. So kind of continuing, I guess, with footwear. About 3 days ago, I retired a pair of Ultra Lone Peak 4.5s. I retired them off trail. They're still suitable for, you know, kind of everyday around town kind of use or whatever. For those of you who don't know, Ultra Lone Peaks, to me, well, I think to most long distance through hikers, are probably the #1 footwear of choice. They're a trail runner. And I know a lot of people struggle with their decisions on footwear, so I'm going to tell you a little bit more about mine. So after 1,130 kilometers on trail total on that last pair of Ultra Lone Peaks 4.5s with full pack, which makes a difference on the wear of the shoe, I did retire them from trail. I am now wearing my Ultra Lone Peak 4.0s. How much do I like these shoes? I have 2 more brand new pairs of these at home in my kind of hiking closet as backups, and when these are done, I go to the next one. I do encourage people to give trail runners a try on the trail. I know there's pros and cons. People think, do I get the support? I need boots. I need thick soles. I need, you know, but you know what? Thousands and literally thousands of kilometers hiked in Lone Peaks, ultra Lone Peaks. And I mean, I don't have a blister on my foot. I have no foot pain. How many people out there with their hiking boots can honestly, or hiking shoes can honestly say that? And I'm like a 200-pound, 6'2" guy. I'm carrying a full pack on a through hike. The shoes I just retired was exactly the same trail runners that I used on the Ganaraska Trail earlier this summer. And I used them at the beginning of this hike. They already had 750 kilometers on them when I started this hike. So this is day 3 into the 4.0s. And again, super comfortable. Almost like a trail slipper. I mean, great traction. They're not waterproof, but you know what? Listen guys, let's talk about waterproofing. You do not want shoes that are waterproof. Waterproof does keep a certain amount of water out, granted. However, when they get wet, they keep that certain amount of water in. They don't let it come out. They're waterproof, in or out. A good trail runner like this do let the water in, but they also flush it out very quickly and they dry very quickly. So waterproof to me is definitely not the way to go for footwear on the trail. Just thought I'd tell you about that. Wow. Take a look at what's going on here. The cable car, the views, the Blue Mountain Village below. Way, way, way in the distance, you can see the lighthouse. I don't know if you'll see it on the GoPro. I'm going to try and show you the lighthouse. The lighthouse is just somewhere down there maybe. Not sure if that was right or not, but wow. Very, very interesting, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Look at this beautiful little property. Flowers, color. Wow. Right next to, right on the Bruce Trail, right here. Overlooking the bay way in the distance. This just happens to be the Maple Lane trailhead. It's also the end of the Blue Mountain section. Just a few steps past that cedar fence ahead, you enter into the Beaver Valley section. We are at Swiss Meadows. And right here is where I now have to wait, which is fine, for my ride home, which is fine. And that is all she wrote for today. I now take a 0, so I will be back here the day after tomorrow to continue my northbound through hike of the Bruce Trail. Okay.